What's up, guys? I'm Joe. Welcome to the channel. So, what are we working with today? Today, we are doing a little bit of a touch up on this guy right here, Razor everyone loves to hate. The Naked Armor. Yeah, I know. I have a couple in my collection. What are you going to do? We're just doing a little touch up on it, though. I got a 5K shaft in. And then we're going to roll to some natural stones here. My Vermont Green, my French Black Shadow. I know. Not everyone is a fan of these razors. I understand why. But I have some in my collection. I am a straight razor enthusiast. And yeah, I gave these razors a shot. I've had pretty decent luck with them. I know a lot of people haven't, but I've had pretty decent luck. I pulled this one out the other day and I shaved with it, and I kind of noticed it was a little tuggy. So we are going to freshen this guy up. We're going to go 5K, and then I think, pretty sure, last time I honed this, I went to Vermont Green, and then I finished on French Black Shadow. So that's what I'm going to do again. It's always been a nice combo for me. I'm still messing around with that convex cuticle. And I thought about doing that on this one, but I'm going to stick with, you know, the stones that I used on this one. I know this one, stones that I know I used last time on this one. It's funny. There's a lot of, I don't want to say a lot, just there's three that I know of. We'll say that. Professional honing services that won't touch these razors, specifically have them mentioned as razors they won't work on. Now, I have had some issues with these myself, but nothing that I couldn't figure out. I will say, though, the higher end versions of these, you get into your Merlin, your Lancelot, Thor, they seem to be a little bit better consistency. Seem to be a little bit, I don't want to say better consistency, I'll say a little better quality. I've had less issues with those. I guess we could put it that way. I've had less issues with those than I have the lower end ones. But, gold dollars are the same way. You can get a gold dollar, you could spend 25 bucks on a gold dollar, and you have no problems with it. Then you can spend 25 bucks on and get the same exact gold dollar, and you end up throwing it away because it's just a nightmare. But that's the way it goes. My collection of straight razors is very broad. I have cheapies and I have expensive ones, and then I have everything in between. And I shave with them all. This one's been fine. I've managed to put a decent edge on it. I think I'm going to get a new sink bridge. Something that's a little bit a more traditional sink bridge. I did find one that will fit this sink. The one that I have comes up just short. That's why I started using this. But I did find one that will fit this sink. So I think I'm going to get that. It'll lower it down. You know, this is pretty high. This sits pretty high. It can be kind of a pain when you're trying to use like running water because that faucet is so close. So I did find one that's longer and will completely span the sink. So I'm going to pick that one up so I can drop this stone down a little bit while I'm working on it. So I don't have to worry about this faucet. All right. Let's see what we got here. She's a cutting. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, she's cutting. We'll go a little bit longer on this 5K, and then we'll roll over to the Vermont Green. In my opinion, the most highly underrated stone. I've seen Josh Pascal use his, which is very cool to see. You don't see many people using them. I like them. I know I've talked about them before. It was the first natural stone I ever bought. Got it from Griffith Shaving Goods. All right, I think that's gonna do it for this. I think we're good on this 5K. Get this guy off here. Was working on some other razors earlier. Doing a little bevel setting on one of my vintage razors. One of the ones I just got. Struggled with it a little bit, but we got it. I build up a slurry here. It does come with its own slurry stone, but I like using a DMT on it. This is I know I've mentioned this before, but this is it's just a pretty stone. And look at that color. Even the slurry is a nice color. A minty green slurry. This was my go-to finishing stone for probably a year. And then I picked up a Black Shadow, and then I picked up a Walloon, and then I got into the Cauticles. We'll roll into a Jane-Ad at some point. I'm sure I will. I'll go with just some water. Not going to be on this much longer. You can already tell by the feel. All right, I think that'll do it there. Move on to the French Black Shadow. I'll show you these. I probably showed you these before. I picked up these pencil boxes on Amazon. Like the perfect size for these stones. It holds the stone and the slurry stone. I put some of this non-skid in there just so it doesn't slide around on me. Picked up a bunch of those on Amazon, and I got my almost just about all my natural stones are in one of those. I really like these French Black Shadows. I've always had very nice luck with it. Very nice edges from it. There is a little bit of a smile on this guy. But not that much. Not that big a deal. Just watched Sean's video today. I hope you feel better soon, Sean. It's rough being sick, man. Especially close to the holidays. It's just, it makes it hard to enjoy yourself when you're sick. I hope by the time Christmas comes around, I hope you're feeling better. Just some water here. Do a little running water. This is what I mean about this one. I mean, as long as I'm paying attention, it's not a big deal here. But I definitely want to get a new sink bridge. Lower this stone a little bit so it's not so close to the faucet. Sorry, I'm zoned out here, man. I'm not really saying much. I am zoned out. It happens all the time when I'm honing. I know when I do videos, I'll go like a few minutes without saying anything. I get like zoned right in. But that's the good thing about this, man. You get zoned right in and just kind of focused on this and nothing else, and good for the mind. All right, what I think I'm gonna do now? I'm gonna do a little, let's do a few finishing passes on some glycerin and water. I've never used oil. Glycerin and water it's just what I've always used. I've never used oil in any of my stones. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, and I have nothing against it. I just never done it. I'll throw that into the mix at some point too, just so I can try all different aspects. All right, I think that'll do it for this guy. Ooh, it's a pretty edge. Plinking him right off there. All right, guys, that'll do it. A little refresh, and now we're gonna go shave with it. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Take care.